be able to move the ball and score off our defense. And I think we win the second half. We probably went on like a 20-4 or 20-2 run, and that kind of, we were able to stem the 3 threes that they made. You know, they made an adjustment there, then they went there 1-3-1, of which we were prepared for. But the two guys here with me I thought played well. Both came off the bench and gave us a big lift. I really liked the way Maliek played today, settled us down. 5 assists, 1 turnover. Nate was able to finish at the rim, obviously being one of the bigger, more athletic guys in the building. We try to get him the ball against a really tough matchup zone. So I think Holy Cross can win a lot of games. You know, that system is really difficult to prepare for 2 days, but that's part of the tournament down at the Mohegan Sun, and we're looking forward to our next game against South Carolina, which will be a totally different style game. So hopefully our guys can stay dialed in and try to get us a dub down in Connecticut.
Is that sloppiness and carelessness in the first half? That's what these games in November, December are like?
They are, but you know, I mean, it's a reason why the game was sloppy. You have to give Holy Cross a lot of credit. It was frustrating. We turned the ball over. Our young guys really struggled against that matchup. You know, uncharacteristic turnovers. You know, we're gonna do a better job from the free throw line, right? A lot better job, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yep. 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 So we'll be shooting some free throws tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's the day off.
The switch to the defense. I mean, did you talk about it at the half, or you know, what was the kind of linchpin to do it?
It was well. First of all, my eyes said, "Yo, you gotta do something different." You know, I mean, and it was more Coach Battle saying, "Hey, let's put a little bit of our pressure, and let's use our length in our zone to kind of stop the ball, basically, because in that Princeton style offense, the ball and bodies moving, and you know, our guys, we just didn't do a good job guarding the ball. So again, you gotta give them a lot of credit."
Maliek, can you just talk about the kind of change in tempo? I mean, down 9 and boom, 22 right there.
I think the change was definitely the zone. You know, us playing man, it's hard to guard Holy Cross system with the back cuts and stuff. But I think the zone gave us energy, and I think that kept us in the game.
How about offensively? It seemed as if you guys attacked more offensively, you know, after that switch as well.
Yeah, like I said, that zone gave us energy, so it kept us going, and it transitioned to the offense, the attack.
I thought we scored more off the defense than it was more of a set. You know, again, when you play against these matchup zones, it's more about reading the defense and what the defense is doing. They're going to be a tough out there, League. You know, I'm just glad that game, when I saw it on our schedule to start as part of this tournament, you know, you got to play it, but it's not something that, you know, it's not something that I would normally schedule, especially with a young team that has to fight through all that adversity. I'm glad that we won it, and I think it'll pay dividends for us because I think they're going to win a lot of games. But at the same time, it's not something I would want a young team game 3 to go through.
What does it say about your team's flexibility that you were able to adjust on the fly?
Well, I think it's a credit to our staff and our ability to identify young men that can play multiple positions. Again, today we used Alpha Diallo at 5 different positions. You know, we came in and we used Maliek at 2 different positions. You know, Jimmy got in and we used him at 2 different positions. It wasn't for a long look, but at the same time, I think versatility to your organization allows you to play a lot of different ways. And I always tell our guys we have to be chameleons. We have to be able to camouflage. We have to change on the fly. And I think our young men did a great job at that.
And obviously the importance of defense. Your leading scorer didn't play a lot in the second half. It was obviously all about the defense.
Yeah, it was. You know, again, once your name is on a scouting report, the open shots is open anymore. But again, this is where you want your leadership and your veterans to take over for those young guys when they're struggling like that. We'll get into the film room, we'll show them why, how. Sometimes the ball's not going to go in the basket, and I thought our defense actually today won the game, which I didn't think could, based on the first, I would say, 26 minutes of the game. We weren't a very well-coached team.
Ed, how crucial was it trying to buy, like Duke, like minutes right before the start? I mean, you started with Maliek to start the second half. How you just trying to buy David a couple extra minutes there, or?
We were, you know, I mean, he's a young man. He has to understand, you know, how to play with fouls. You know, we gave him an opportunity to play with 2 in the first half. It wasn't a good look. But at the same time, Maliek's been in a lot of big games in this building. He's waiting, he's patient, as long as, you know, he's not getting frustrated. And I think he took a great opportunity to play the point. Makai got bumped in the head, so, you know, he was a little woozy. And again, I think that's what depth and versatility does.
Did you have to remind the guys that you did have a sizable mismatch down low at times? Give the big guy some touches, or?
I've been saying it, you know, since Nate walked in the building. I mean, he has to really impose himself. He's a big young man, and he's still learning. Nate's only a sophomore, game 3. But in these type of games here, where we can impose his will around the basket, you know, he's 2 points waiting to happen when he plays with that purpose, with that toughness and energy. So, yeah, it was definitely something we spoke about in the preparation of this game.
Nate, the team only got to the free throw line twice in the first half. Was there more of an effort to get to the rim in the second half?
It's definitely more than an effort. Coach talked about that a lot in halftime, saying we're not tough enough. We need to get to the free throw line, and I think in the second half we did a good job of that.
Maliek, playmaker, you know, we talk about, you know, 3-point shooting from you, defense. How nice is it to kind of, you know, be a facilitator out there tonight and show that skill?
I think it's nice. I think that's the game I played in high school. I think it's transitioning to the college level. So I'm just used to it, and my teammates gave me confidence and they knocked down shots, so yeah.
Ed, you went with that line of Nate, Maliek, David, Isaiah, and Alpha for a long time. How much was it, you know, just trying to give continuity to those guys and trying to have them figure it out?
I may not be the brightest dude in town, right? It looked like it was working, so don't mess with it, right? You have some great articles you're writing, everybody's saying good job, don't change. So when you're coaching, follow the same script. Those guys are doing a great job, and the energy level that group had, the building got into it. The only way we were gonna sub is if one of those guys was just tired. And that's gonna happen a lot during games. You're gonna get a unit, if they'll go on a 20-2 run and I make a sub, not good.
You had AJ there waiting in the reserve just in case.
He could have kept waiting too.
Any more questions?
Thanks a lot.